Good afternoon to everyone. Yes, this is Mayari. Thank you for joining. There are three from the YouTube, and there are a few from Shops Hopefully, and also from the Divine Soul Connector FB page. Magandang hapon sa lahat. Oh, there's hello Nugget. Good day. Thank you very much for joining me today on this Sunday. Yes, so today we will be talking about how to benefit using your third eye. So this is a free lecture, one of the lectures that is given out as part of the intuitive development course that it's coming up. Yeah. So please let me know. Oh, somebody's angry. Who's this? So thank you for reacting, Rod, Pia, Ron. Yes. I don't, Rotnak. And then Naya, thank you for reacting. But one of you reacted angry. I don't know why. Why are you angry about? You can do so. You can, oh, it's okay to be angry. Yeah, it's a, and yes, good day, Pia. Rini, hello, good day. Good day and good day. Yeah, so I'm just going to change the brand, the color. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Good afternoon to everyone. Also to all the other people. I'm shuffling cards. This is the card of the 72 names of God. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Rods. So how are you today? How are you feeling? What made you? Yeah, Rods is saying keep safe and dry. Yes, I think the Philippines is already the typhoon Krising is already left, so we're just left with the Habagat. The typhoon pulled the habagat to us, and that's why we're experiencing a lot of rains. Good day, Ron. And there is Nugget is asking how to join the upcoming intuitive seminar. So what I can do here, I can send a link, Nugget, for you to see. Yeah, that is the link that I posted, Nugget. This link. Yeah, you can click on it and you can see the curriculum and all the information about the intuitive development course. Hey, Georgie, how are you? How is Iloilo? Yes. And Micah is also saying good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, so we're just chilling a little bit. Yesterday was the first time I kind of like, well, not the first time. It was, but it was I did a reading, Akashic reading in DZMM, and it was quite a lot. A lot of people kind of like wanted some readings, and usually when people are looking for guidance, it's because of the times, the uncertainty of the times today. That's the reason why a lot of people are trying to lean on readings, looking what's in the future, and it's because of the uncertainty and the crisis. So sorry for that. I'm wearing glasses because when I take out my glasses, I could not see very much anymore. Yeah, but sometimes when I put the glass, it kind of like reflects something. So let me know where you are from. Let me just put a little bit of music here so we can be a little yeah, so without my glass I cannot see the and we're talking about the eyes. Yeah, let me see. There you go. And let's put a little upbeat. Let's start today with a little with consecration, meaning let's start with trying to tune in within ourselves, and so that we can receive more. Yeah, so I'm gonna look for a very good music for that. Just put yourself in a good state. And I also want to know more about you. Where are you from? What are you dealing with in your life? Why are you, what are you looking for? And also we have some very nice giveaways today. Some people will be winning some prizes, and maybe some of you, one of the lucky person might, when I feel inclined, might receive a scholarship from me. So it will depend when the spirits kind of like nudge me to pick you as a scholar. Yeah. So it's a little some technical stuff. Just a moment. Be patient. Yeah. There. Now, if you can hear the music on the background, let's put ourselves in a very receptive position where we become aware of our breath. watching the rising and falling of our clavicles, of our ribs, and also of our diaphragm expansion and contraction. Becoming more interested in the inner world. As we breathe in and out, we feel our body from head to foot and foot to head. And as we breathe, we ride the waves of the air. And as we listen to the music, we also ride with a wave of relaxation. Bless you, sorry. Excuse me for that. And now we center on our chest. And humility, we empty ourselves, affirming that I know nothing, I am nobody, and I know nothing. When you affirm with humility in the space of nothingness, you connect to the part of ourselves that is ready to be filled with light, that is ready to receive more. And when we feel that within our being, we become grateful, as this space of nothingness is an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to be more, an opportunity to evolve and to transcend. Breathing in and out with gratitude in your heart for this perfect moment and opportunity to connect, to receive and give, to share. We now become aware of the top of our heads as we consecrate everything that we will be doing today and in the next following days, learning and becoming aware and conscious of some spiritual secrets and mysteries. We offer it to our highest divine concept, intending, wishing, and yearning to offer all of our mind, body, and spirit, all our experiences to God, to your highest divine concept, to the highest being that you can imagine. Offering this, remembering truthfully, fully, and unconditionally, including the karmic fruits of all your efforts and endeavors. Breathing in and out and feeling the top of your head. With humility and gratitude, we offer this moment in time and space of connection. And we take a moment to receive and feel the top of our head, feeling the response of God to your humble offering. And you notice some energetic downloads knowingness coming on top of your head. And we usher them to your heart, where you integrate this information, this learning, this wisdom that you already know. In the moment of now. Breathing in and out with gratitude. We allow the energy to also embrace the whole of our body and connect to Earth. Connecting to Mother Gaia. To the new crystal grid of the Earth. And as we share this downloads to Mother Earth, we become one with her and experiencing this ascension and awakening, remembering who we are. And so be it. Breathing in and out, feeling the breath, the heart, the body. We become aware of the here and the now. And you can open your eyes with a smile. Yes. Once again, this time, a heartful good afternoon to everybody and to those who might be outside the country, especially in Europe. Good afternoon, good morning to you. And let's put a little bit more music. Today we are discussing how to benefit from using the third eye. How to benefit from using your third eye. So we will do a little bit of information about the third eye before we go right and dive into how you can use it for your everyday life, or how you can use it to guide you in your spiritual path. In the past, I've been advocating, on using, like, tapping in and connecting to the heart. And for a very long time, I think since 2016, 17, I was advocating for that. And I'm so happy that there are a lot of people now who are having this practice, this heart-filled practice. And now we are at the time where everything is ascending. As Mother Earth is ascending, so are we as well ascending. And so in this ascension, there is a necessity, to get in touch with the tools that we have within ourselves so that we can thrive and be guided as we go through these challenging periods in the ascension of Mother Earth. So, like, if you see, when you say ascension, like if you see the Earth now, there's a lot of earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. There's a lot of transformation that Mother Earth is undergoing. And even the human race, there's also a lot of conflicts and wars. But at the same time, we also have a lot of breakthroughs. And these are all signs and symptoms of how like everything us, not only us, but including where we are situated, which is Mother Earth, is our home. As one, we are part of Mother Earth. You know, we are, if you look at us as one big entity, collectively, then you would note that there is something happening. There is a change happening, and this change is trickles not only to, you know, to the environment, not only to the oceans that are rising, but to everything. Yeah, including us, even to the minutest microbe on Mother Earth. That's where we are. And so the third eye is a tool, you know, within our system, within our human design, that when you know how to use it and what it is for, then you would understand and you'll have some leverage over how you can guide yourself, how you can guide others, and how you can thrive on this earth. Yeah? This is the time where we need most, you know, to really connect and use our third eye, especially for discernment, because of there are a lot of information, you know, that with the use of AI, for example, that we are now kind of going into a mode where we don't need to process or think, and we might go into a certain situation in our lives, in our evolution, where we are become so dependent on this technology that we kind of like just give up our free will for it, and that is a little bit dangerous for everybody, because whoever has your free will has the power, and you lose your power. Okay. So let's dive now to this. I have some slides here. Let's go dive down first on how on the some details of the third eye. Now, some of here like Rhoda and yeah, and Pia, yes, they've gone into my intuitive development course, and I don't know if they have already some of the things that I will be presenting here is related to is what I presented in how to develop the third eye live stream like a year ago. So somehow like some of this information is repeated, but it's okay, because you can still do a little bit of review and to know if you really have to get a check in terms of was I able to really learn from before and where am I now. Yeah. So this presentation is supposed to be a interactive session, but since like if you notice there's a wave of increase in the apps right now. I'm just gonna take this out first. Like the apps that we used to do, like my booking form. That's why my booking form, Miss Nugget, like I think I gave people yesterday my booking form, but it isn't working now. I just realized it isn't working because they're asking for, you know, an increase, because in the Philippines we are taxing the apps already. So there is a very high increase in they're asking for high payment. And I felt like, okay, this is not good. So I had to find other solutions. So my presentation was supposed to be interactive, and it was supposed to be using an app that will make people join. But I've tinkered on this, and it's not possible. No, it's asking me like a lot of money just for this presentation. So I just decided like, okay, let's just go with this presentation anyway, and you can still join in and answer by just commenting in the by just commenting, yeah, and I will take note. So at the end, this interactive session, it's like a quiz, but in this interactive session where you can answer, I would know who the pattern in terms of who might be the best person I can grant this scholarship for. I mean, I can choose a scholar from amongst those who are interacting to join the intuitive development workshop, and also I can also select people who I think can win some prizes from Shop Soulfully. Yeah, Shop Soulfully is the shop. If you see that I'm behind me are all the crystals with this beautiful lighting. Okay, so yes, so let's if you tell me if you're ready to join. Are you ready to join this interactive session? Are you ready to answer, and are you ready to win some prizes and at the same time to learn? Please comment yes or the thumbs up or whatever comment, just to let me know if you're interested in joining this interactive quiz, about the third eye. Okay, let me see if there's yes. Rhoda says yes. Anybody else who wants to join? So we will have prizes like crystals. You will have some of you also like a workshop, a class in the intuitive development course. Yes, so those are the prizes for those who would be interacting. Sherwin says yes. Pia said yes. Who else? Micah says yes. That's very good. Ron gave a thumbs up. Yeah, so very good. Thank you very much for keep saying yes. And so let's do this. I have to go to the slide. Where is the slide? There you go. So first, I just want to know, what do you want to learn? What do you want to learn today? If you just can type in, you just can type in what do you want. Oh, and Glenn, John Max says yes. What do you want to learn? And Jenny also. Okay, and Paula, what do you want to learn today? Yes, says Mary Rose. What do you want to learn today? What is something that you want to learn? Want to take from this session? Yeah, so please ignore this waiting for players to join, because that's part of the interactive slides. It's not working anymore. Yeah, and just put there what you want to learn, and we can go now. Maybe now we can start by doing the first question. Only a special kind of individuals have a third eye. Is it yes or no? Only special kinds of individuals. Write it down before the clock ends. Only special kinds. So, yung mga taong special lang ba ang may third eye? Yeah? Okay. So, let's see if with... Okay, wow. Everybody, no. Bert says no. False. Wow, everybody is Nugget says yes. Okay, so but a majority are saying no. Yeah, Wella says no. Micah says no. False, yes. So what do you think is the answer? The answer is the answer is false. The answer is false. Everybody has a third eye, and so this is something that people, like in my experience, whenever I go to a social event, and then they will kind of introduce me to somebody, like May is as a psychic or a clairvoyant, and then like people will like, so you have a third eye. And I would answer back, yes, we all have a third eye. And the third eye, we will know later what is it, where is it. Everybody has a third eye, so which means everybody has the potential to see, to activate the third eye, to use the third eye, to be clairvoyant, and to use the third eye for other purposes, because the third eye is not only for seeing ghosts or seeing the future. Okay, good. I'm happy that majority of the people here already know that everybody, it's not something special. Everybody has a third eye. Okay, the next question is this: the third eye has physical has oh yeah, that's not the question. That's the answer. The third eye has a physical correspondence. So this is the third eye of a salamander. This is like a salamander or a lizard. No, this is tuatara. Tuatara is a kind of lizard, and it has a parietal eye, which is in between the physical eyes. And if you would note that in our physical body, it's inside of us. So through time, this parietal eye has kind of like, instead of being exposed on the outside, came inward. Yeah. So that's the parietal eye. And some other lizards, snakes, salamanders, and other fishes have this parietal eye. And what they do is that this is very light sensitive, as you will find out later, that our pineal gland is also third eye is also light sensitive, and they're very active also in triggering hormones. So it's very similar to our pineal gland. Okay, so that's the physical correspondence of the third eye. That's the pineal gland within us. So this eye on the outside, as time went by, as we evolved to be humans, if you believe in the evolution theory, then it has kind of came inside. So if you would see, the pineal gland is this small gland inside your brain, in between your right and left brain hemispheres, and it is housed into this corpus callosum. And if you look at the hieroglyphics, like the eye of thought, this is the symbol of the eye of thought. It is very similar. How were the Egyptians able to know this kind of structure, which is also called the eye of thought, which is the eye of thought is a god, which is that sees beyond and sees everything. So we also have that inside our body, called the pineal gland. So our third eye kind of corresponds to this structure. And also, like the parietal eye, it is very light sensitive, and it also produces signals for our body to produce. It produces signals for our body to produce certain hormones. Okay, so let's go to the next question, which is question here. It says question number 3. Where are the energetic correspondence of the third eye located? Yeah, so is it in the middle of the brow? Is it in the middle of the forehead, the middle of the brow and forehead, back of the head, all of the above, none of the above? Go. See where it, so we have now physical correspondence, which is the pineal gland. But if you look at this picture, this is Shiva. There's something in the forehead and the red dot in between the brow. And where is the energetic third eye located? Yeah. So Bert says all of the above. Paula said middle of the brow. Rod said all of the above. And by the way, Nugget said, I want to use my third eye for discernment in my daily life. Okay, that's very good. Simon Charles says it's in the middle of the brow. Ron says all of the above, and Mitch says all of the above. Okay, so the answer is All of the above. That's the all of the above. Okay. Well, why is just the middle of the forehead? It's all of the above. Okay. All of the above. Very good. Yeah. Sherwin also says, very good. Majority has got it. So if you see, this is the eye. Our third eye system is actually our third eye. You know, we have, I will get the, yeah, then I cannot see myself. So the third eye system that is not just here, although it has composed of energetically, there's something, our chakras corresponds to the endocrine system. You know, where our glands are, that's where our chakras are. Yeah. And here in the middle of the brow, there is a gland called the pituitary gland. And this pituitary gland is somehow like what we call a command center for all the body. It controls a lot of functions in the body. It commands everything in the body. And then there is this one which is corresponds to the pineal gland. Yeah. So in my practice, I found out that you can use these energy centers not only on the front, but there is also something on the back, you know, on the back. There are different ways how to use them, the front, the back, and this one. Yeah. So that is actually the third eye system. Yeah. It's the system. It's not just the ajna or the third eye chakra. And sometimes there's a lot of people confusion in terms of where's your third eye? And some people will say in the brow, some people will say in here, but actually it's both. And they have just different functions. And also like the chakra also extends. I mean, the system extends to the back of the head. So the back of the head, energy is energetic system or point or vortex is also used. So yeah. So you will know, Simon says, I don't know this. Okay, that's good. There's something that you learned today, and you will now later understand that each of them has functions. Okay, so now we go to the next question. Which part of the third eye sees what? So the forehead sees what? Does it see remotely? Images and imagines and visualizes, sees the present and the future. The one on the back, what does it see? Is it the past, the present, or the future? Or the midbrow, what do you see? Yeah. So as I said, there's the forehead, the midbrow, and the back head. So this is the third eye system. What do they see? Which of the three do they each see? And this is the function now of each center, energetic center. Okay, let's see the answers. We don't see the slide, Miss May. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, it says time's up, but I can do the okay, let's do this again. Take two. So the question is, which part of the third eye sees what? You know, if it's an eye, the forehead sees what? Does it see the past or remotely? Does it imagine or visualize, or does it see the present or the future? How about the back head? Where is it also the past, the imagine, or the future? Also the midbrow, the one here. So which eye sees what? That is the question. Forehead is the future, remote is the back, past, middle, and the brows imagine. Wow, that's what Paula says. Anybody else who wants to attempt the which sees what? So Pia says front is the future, mid visualizes, and back is the past. Okay. Who else wants to attempt to answer the question? Bert. Forehead images and imagines and visualizes. Back head see your remotely and past, mid-row see present. Oh, now it's coming. Forehead, present, future, backhead. Okay, said backhead, remotely, past, forehead, future, mid, visualize. Yeah, about Micah, forehead, future, back, past, middle, imagine. Ajna, future, forehead, present, back, past. Okay, wow, very good. Forehead, present, and future, back, past, middle. Okay, so the answer is, let me see if that, there you go. The third eye system, the forehead corresponds to the pineal gland, and the pineal gland receives light. It's very light sensitive, yeah, and it receives information of the present and in the future. It receives information of the present and the future. Whereas the brow chakra, the one that corresponds to the pituitary gland, like the pituitary gland, it projects, it is, as I said, it is a commander. It's the commander of your whole body and your whole energetic system. So it is in charge of projection and of energies. So when you try to imagine something, you try to visualize something, you are projecting. You're becoming like an LCD projector, like a TV. You're projecting something by imagining or visualizing. Then that's the brow chakra, yeah. Whereas the backhead chakra, this is very good to use when there is a posterior part of the pineal gland, the back part of the pineal gland, which is also very receptive, but it receives information from the past. And when you do remote viewing, that's where you rest your awareness, because that's where it receives information. Yeah, so we do this. So that is the third eye system. That's how you use them, if deliberately or intentionally. Okay, so you would know which information to expect in what part of the third eye system. Okay, so I hope that gave you a little bit of clarity. Now let's go to question number 5. What are the functions of the third eye? Okay, so these are the choices: seeing disembodied spirits, foreseeing the future or the past, creative visualization, willpower, or regulation of sleep and stress. Which of them is the function of the third eye? It can be all of the above also, or none of the above. Okay, let's see. Let's see if time's up. What is your answer? What are the functions of the third eye? Okay, while I'm waiting for you all except willpower. Bert says, that's interesting. All except willpower. Pia says all of the above. Simon says all of the above. Okay. Let's wait for something. All except willpower also. Okay, all of the above, and Lay says all of the above. Okay, so let's see. The answer is actually all of the above. Yeah, so I will explain the willpower, because there are two different kinds of will. Okay, so the third eye system kind of functions for creative imagination and visualization. That's the brow chakra. Foresight, when you're trying to foresee the future, or kind of like foresee whatever is about to come. That is a third eye function. Also, people don't know that the third eye it's responsible for ecstasy, meaning ecstatic states or transcendental states. It's the switch for you to kind of coming from a mundane awareness or consciousness. If you want to go to higher consciousness, this is the switch where you kind of like when you switch towards a transcendental state. Yeah, and I will explain that later. The third eye also functions for wakefulness and sleep. So you see if, for example, you don't like sleep enough, the third, because the third eye, what it does is it is in charge of production of melatonin, yeah, and all everything that will help you go into sleep. So when you start closing, the minute that you start closing your eyes, the third eye already kind of interprets it as the absence of light. And since the light is absent from the dopamine receptors, it convert already signals the conversion to melatonin, shutting down all your systems and making you sleep. Yeah. So that is a third eye function. So majority of the people who have problems with insomnia, problems with sleeping, is actually majorly a problem of the third eye or of the pineal gland. Okay. So that is and also it is also the switch and the function in terms of helping you manage stress and emotional states, right? Also, the third eye, if you've seen, people with a very active third eye, you find them very intelligent, because of they're very perceptive. Also, the third eye is in charge of balance of your mind, body, and energy system. So, and then now I will explain the willpower, because there are people here except the willpower. I will explain that part. Uh, there are two kinds of will, yeah, and the will that is on your solar plexus, which is the willpower. That's where usually willpower is. The power house is in your navel, and that is the will to move, the will to do, yeah. Whereas this one is the will, the kind like when you have a very active navel chakra, or very active willpower, or the will to do, or the will to move. The minute that you say I would exercise, you will exercise, or when you want to get things done, it is done, so that's the willpower. But there is also one kind of will, and this is the will that is above the consciousness, that is above the body, meaning this is the will in terms of living, in terms of purpose, in terms of meaning, the one that kind of like the driver, so in short, if we look at our body like a bus, the one that is doing the shifting of the gears, for example, is the willpower in our navel. But the one that is setting the course of direction is the willpower in the middle of our brow. So the third eye is also very important in willpower, which means that if you're able to, especially the will to live, especially the will to live, the will to be inspired, the will to create is kind of like here in the mid brow. So that's the reason why willpower is also one of the functions of the third eye. Yeah, and so Bert and Rhoda, I hope that you there's no negative response from that. And let me know if you still want to question. It's okay. It's very nice. It's very good to kind of be in this kind of discussions. Okay, let's go to the next slide, and which is the next question. Now, there are people here. The question is, who does not have a well-developed third eye? And the choices are, there's Jack Ma of Alibaba, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, Steve Jobs of Apple, Elon Musk, and also there's Marie Curie, the scientist, and then Nostradamus. None of the above, all of the above. Who does not? Sino sa kanila ang hindi does not have a well-developed third eye? And I will explain later what does well-developed mean. What does well-developed mean? So Lay says none of the above. Simon says none. Also, Rod's none of the above. Ron, none of the above. And Pia, none of the above. Wow. So keep it coming. The answer is very good. Yes. And the answer is really none of the above. So, why? You would tell me, why do all of these people, they're not psychics? No, only Nostradamus is psychic there in the list of people. Why are all these people have a well-developed third eye? Why is that? It's because these people that I put there are visionaries. Yeah, they are visionaries. And there, the visionary starts with a clean sheet of paper and reimagines the world. So it's like, when you are not, if you ask an artist that is like, for example, ask them how are the if you ask Leonardo da Vinci, if you ask Monet, and how are they able to create like such beautiful paintings, where do they get their inspiration from? Or they would always answer that it's already there, it's just a matter of revealing them. So if, for example, with a sculptor who's given a slump of wood or a slump of concrete or rock, or even for ice sculpting, and you will ask them like, how are you able to do these things? They will always answer you, because I see them as they are. I see them already in there. It's just a matter of revealing them. So these people who are visionaries have well-developed third eye, meaning they're able to, number one, imagine something that is not usually seen by other people. Yeah. So again, you don't have to be a psychic. Not only psychics can do that, you can do that too. Like, imagine that if you can imagine something that is not existing in your environment, it means that your third eye is already acting, it's functioning. Yeah. The second is that the will, to unravel, the will to manifest that vision. Yeah. And that's also another function. The willpower is a function also of the third eye. So if these two things are balanced, in you, and you're able, these are the qualities why these people, are what you call visionaries. Yeah. So I'm sure some of you there, the people that are watching now or tuning in now, are visionaries. Like, for example, Mary Rose. Mary Rose is an artist, and I'm sure like she's able to see images, but it's a different thing when you execute them in this world. So being a well-developed third eye doesn't only mean that you should always be receiving. It also not a well-developed third eye does not mean that you are always projecting or always putting putting your will into this world. Yeah, it is a balance of both. That is what you call a visionary, with a well-developed third eye. Okay. So let's continue our journey of the third eye. Now, I would want to ask you, what is the aspect of your life do you want to improve, so that I will be able to give guidance to you in terms of how can you use your third eye to improve your life. So first, identify what aspect of your life do you want to improve. Yeah, please right there. Micah is saying like Elon Musk. Yeah. Well, he has a crazy kind of thinking, but because he is a visionary, most probably he has a well-developed third eye. Yeah. Even if his character is a little bit off-putting by for some people. Yeah. So there's The question here, the answers here, Paula says in her career, she wants to improve her career. She also in business, and Rod's also in her career. I'd like to improve my decisiveness and probably less overthinking. Okay, so that's a very specific run. It's very good to know that to be aware of yourself, and your wanting to improve your tendency to think, yeah. And I have an answer to that later on. So Micah wants to improve her spiritual side, okay? And then Nugget also wants her business, choosing the right one for me. Okay, is this relating to a relationship, Wella? Or is just yeah, see? Got it. Choosing the right partner. She said choosing the right partner. Yeah, I still spirituality and career. Okay, so now that you identified the aspects of your life that you want to improve, let's now go to let's do an experiment on yourself. Okay, so let's do an experiment on yourself. Please, I ask you, invite you to stand up with your feet together. Stand up with your feet together. Yeah. Now, Bert is saying all of the above. He wants to improve everything in his life. Yeah. Pia says her creativity in career. Okay. I invite you to please stand up so we would know what kind of energy, which is more prevalent or which is more stronger innately within you. Which part of the third eye is strong in you? Which is okay, I cannot read it. Interrelationship with people, trying to understand difficult people to relate with. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, there. So can you put everybody, if you can stand up, and then with feet apart, and put your hand left over right on your heart, and breathe, and just feel as you stand up with the feet together, I mean not apart, standing up straight with your hands on your heart, and try to feel your movement. Try to feel your movement. If your movement, where are you going? Like, where is your body going? Is it going towards the front? Is it going more towards the back? Is it going towards the right more, or the left, or it's going clockwise, or is it going counterclockwise? Okay. So put your answers on the chat on the thread, so I can tell you which part of the third eye system that you need to balance, so you can have a well-developed third eye, and to let you know what is more stronger in you. So Rhoda, it says she's going to the front, and then she's going to the left. Okay, front and left. Okay, Paula is front. Loy is clockwise. Okay, so I'm gonna show the front, left, front. So Rhoda, which is more, going to the front or going to the left? So Paula is saying front, clockwise, back, clockwise, back and forward. Okay, back and forward, swaying left and right, forward, a little bit of sideways. So Ron, which sideways? Is it the right sideway or is the left sideway? Back and left. And Jord LP says greetings to you. So it's more of the front. And Mary Rose is front and back. And Sherwin is counterclockwise. Okay, good. So now I will share to you what are the answers. So if you are going more towards the front and you're going towards the right more, like Ron here, and you're going clockwise, yeah, this is a projective energy. So which means between your forehead, the one on your forehead, and here, the mid-brow, so your energy is more projective, meaning you're more of a mid-brow person, like you want to send kind of energy to your environment. You want to influence your environment. So this means that you can imagine more, or you can even if you don't see them in your mind, like you have this tendency to know what you want to get, where to head, so it's more of that is what is the this is the energy that is more prevalent with you, and you have to balance it with the receptive. So you have to balance it by putting more doing stuff that will make your forehead center at par with your mid-brow. Okay, so when you do you go to the back, and also you go lean towards the left, and you go counterclockwise, it means that your third eye is more receptive, meaning it's trying to get energy from the environment. Yeah, so receiving, that's when you receive, you kind of like go to the back, you kind of go counterclockwise, because counterclockwise is an energy, a spin that sucks energy. And also when you go to the left, meaning you're more leaning towards receiving energy, so you are more receptive. Now the problem with the problem when you are more receptive than projective is that sometimes there is a feeling of ungroundedness. Like you can receive information, but you cannot put information into action or into materialization or into coherence. Whereas when your projective part, which is the broad chakra, is more than your receptive part, then you kind of the tendency is to lead life without receiving more all the information that is needed for you to move forward. So there is always you move forward and you have to there is an obstacle because you didn't see the obstacle and then you have to see the experience the obstacle, and then when it's gone, you move ahead again, and then there's an obstacle again. So that's the problem. You don't foresee the obstacle. Yeah. Whereas for those who are more receptive, and if it's not balanced with the projective, the tendency is you don't move because you see the obstacle already, and obstacle after obstacle, and if you don't balance it with the projective side, you don't do anything anymore. Yeah, so that's the problem when you have an imbalanced third eye system. And for those who's active more is on the back, and you would know that if you, for example, receive go more towards the back and towards the left, both back and left, it means that the back head is more active. And it's also receiving, but it means that you're so more connected to the information in the past. Yeah, you're more in the past. But if you're just going to the back, then it's just you're receptive. But if you're going more to the left, I'm going to the more information in the past and the remote, the things that are not here. Yeah, so that's also can be these are good things because you also need information from your past, you need also information from your future, and you need information all information from different sides, and at the same time you also need to have projective capability. So when these things are balanced, what happens when you do this in kinesiology is that you do move front and back, it means your body receives energy and then projects energy, executes it, receives energy, executes it. Yeah, doing sideways is similar, but it also has some form of relation. This is more about the back, going to the I'm going back and forth between my past and the future, my past and the future, past and the future. So the ideal would be, and also when you do clockwise, counterclockwise, that's the ideal state. When you do both clockwise, counterclockwise, front and back. Okay, so so now you've identified which is like stronger in your third eye system. It's time now, again, the whole point of this is to balance them so that you can integrate them in your daily life, in your business, in your career. And these are the ways that you can balance your balance your different aspects of your third eye. Okay, so Jenny, sideways. Even when I do my meditation, it seems my body move back, forward, and sideways, which is good, Jenny, because it means that that it's taking information from different directions. Then it's more or less a balance. Okay, so that's the ideal. So let's see this balancing the projective. So if you are more projective, your broad chakra is more than your receptive chakra, what you can do is you make yourself go towards a more receptive state. Like you develop the forehead, and you do this more when you meditate. You become more. When we started this broadcast or this class, we tuned in within ourselves, feeling our heart, our breath, just doing that. Just meditation. In meditation already makes you balance, activate your receptive side more when you tune in into your body. Like this morning, I even told myself when I was doing my cacao and I was just breathing in and out and just feeling my body. And there's this sense of knowing, saying like, if you just, do this in meditation all the time. If this is the only thing that I can, because I can do in my life, I'm already good. I think I have achieved more, but being aware of myself, of awareness and conscious of the different parts of myself. I think I've done good. I can now leave this life with just that, doing that. I was like ascertaining myself earlier this morning, like, yeah. So meditation, by tuning in to your breath, tuning into your to yourself, to your awareness of your surrounding, of your emotions, can help you. But if you're too much projective, okay. Also, there is what you call higher vibration food, and there are lower vibration food. So when you say higher vibration food, like, because what you eat becomes you. Imagine whatever that you consume, it's kind of like broken down into little pieces into such a way that it can give you fuel and also the raw materials to build up your tissues and to make new cells and stuff. So eventually, whatever that you are consuming becomes you. You are what you eat, as they say. Yeah. So the higher vibrational food can give you a lighter density of your energy body. Lighter meaning finer. There is also the grosser energy or lower vibrational foods are those who are a little bit heavy. It doesn't mean they're bad. It's just that they're more kind of grounded, earthly, and it makes you feel more grounded. So if you're very projective, tendency is you're more grounded and you're rooted to earth and to the mundane. Yeah. And if you are one of those who wants to develop spiritually, this is the reason why a lot of practitioners go shift to a higher vibration food. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just vegetarianism or veganism. It doesn't necessarily mean like that, but it is part of it. High vibrational food entails, that the raw materials of the food are high vibration. So it Usually the grains, the vegetables are high vibration as compared to the meats, because the meats are much grosser in energy. So if you want to develop spiritually, you go towards higher vibration food. Yeah, because why is meat lower vibration food or grosser vibration food? Because it's in the muscles where all our emotional energy are stored. If you want to find where in your body is an emotion, you just feel your body. That's the emotion is usually connected to that. Yeah, and we actually developed this practice called intuitive heart coaching and inner light working, where we zero into the body and into the muscles. When you ask yourself in the third eye, you ask where is in my body is anger, suddenly your body automatically kind of responds because it's in the muscles. And so when you consume meat, which is muscle, most often it doesn't matter if it is kind of ethically or compassionately or cruelly, because of the essence that it has some form of emotional energy, it's ridden with emotional energy, then it makes your energy body grosser or lower. It doesn't mean that it's bad. There's no judgment here. Some people need grosser energy to balance themselves. Again, it's not about being so light or so, but if you are the person, you feel that I'm a little bit I'm more projective, I want to be more receptive, I want to have finer, higher vibrational food. It also includes real food meaning these are the it's better that it's grown, that it's real than it's processed. Yeah, so those kinds of food will help you make your energy body finer, yeah, and make you more receptive. And also opening and strengthening the heart is very important, because the heart is a gateway where you can open your higher centers. Yeah, the throat is the bridge, but the heart is the doorway. Yeah, so when you're able to open, and I also want to address Ron, because you said you feel that you're overthinking and you have more projective energy, and you want you said that this is one of the things that can counter overthinking is when you go to your heart. Yeah, so our brain is always noisy because it's trying to process all the information that we have in order for our body to survive. That is its main function. Yeah, that you survive and you get all the information that you needed to survive. Yeah, that's why the pineal gland is there. The pineal gland is there to kind of integrate all of these information. Yeah, but the pineal gland is not just is just one portal or entryway of information. Yeah, there's also the gut. The gut gives you a lot of information about your internal environment, and that's the reason where there's what you call a gut feeling, because based on your internal environment or your reaction to a situation and your internal environment doesn't agree with it, then your gut acts out. It makes you feel sick in your gut. Yeah, whereas the heart is the one that is in charge with happiness, meaning, purpose, spiritual. Yeah, so it gets information also from the gut through the vagus nerve system, if you're familiar with that. But the heart is able to get information from all different parts of yourselves, emotional, mental, because it has a certain energetic, it has its own energetic field, which is 1,000 times more than the brain. So imagine how much information your heart is getting. So when you open the entryway of your heart, you know, you would realize that your mind becomes quiet. So that's, I feel Ron can help you if you want to minimize the self-talk. Focus more on the heart. Focus on opening the heart. Focus on breathing and feeling your muscles and your heart, because the heart is a muscle and it's connected to all the muscles in your body. Yeah. And so when you put your awareness there, then all this, like this self-talk, negativity or noise kind of like gets, you know, they kind of like muted. Yeah, especially the ones that are not important. Okay, so then also the next thing that you can do is to focus or put energy more to the brain. Okay, so how do you do that? There are exercises. Like standing and bouncing, or standing and sitting, you know, standing and sitting exercise, which makes your energy kind of go up. Yeah. And so when your energy goes up, you know, it gives more importance to your brain. So like, for example, today I didn't eat because if I eat, all my energy will go to my gut and then I couldn't think. Whereas if you, like, for example, you fast, for example, and now your energy, I'm in short, I'm fasting, you know, your energy, your gut is relieved of the energy. So now your energy can go to the other parts of your body. And so when you're fasting, for example, and you meditate and focus more on your third eye, just by being aware of the third eye, you're already kind of bringing energy there. And then it somehow activates your pineal gland more. Yeah, when you meditate, and especially when you're fasting. But there are exercises like when you do kundalini yoga, for example, or any kind of yoga, and that focuses more on the third eye, focuses more on the crown. It gives energy to your third eye. Yeah. The bandhas, for those who are yogis here, if you know what the bandhas are, it's when you kind of it's an exercise where you constrict your belly, and it's good that your belly is empty, and you constrict your belly, and you do this breathing, like the Kriya breathing, for example, where you constrict your belly and you breathe, and just it helps your energy go towards your third eye, or to your forehead chakra, activating the pineal gland, making you more receptive. So that's how you can develop more your third eye. This is actually both for the projective side and the receptive. Yeah. So also there are certain asanas, like when you do a headstand or a shoulder stand, by weight and gravity, it gives more blood towards the head portion, and it also pulls energy towards the brain. Yeah. So those are some ways that you can. And then lastly is when you sleep more. When you sleep more, you see, there is a window that our brain produces more melatonin. Melatonin is the stuff that is produced, making us sleep deeply and sleep well. And the best times will be to sleep before 10 a.m. And of course, there's a lot of people who would say like, what about my work? What about my, we all operate in some kind of circadian rhythm. And when I started sleeping at around 10 p.m., I have better sleep. I have less like waking up in the middle of the night, like restless sleep. It's deeper, and it's just more recharged and renewed as when you sleep after that. Yeah, because the peak of our melatonin is something that will help your body not only recuperate, but also like be kind of maintain its balance. So sleeping is very important. For those who cannot sleep, like taking supplementation of melatonin or 5-HTPs and those other precursors for sleeping, the natural ones, are also very, very helpful. And this will help you also. When you sleep more, you become more receptive. Yeah, if you see, when you're more if you lack sleep, you're more projective, meaning you get angry. I mean, you project. Although when you're cranky, you get projective, and then because you're spending energy, a lot of energy when you don't sleep, you're spending a lot of energy, projecting energy to your environment. Then you feel what? Hungry, and so you start eating at night. That's the reason. Also, the reason why. So there is a study. Actually, among children, it is a long time ago already, they found that those children, like, who are more into the gadgets, actually the study is saying that more children become pre-puberty early. Their puberty age becomes earlier than normal. Like, instead of the puberty age hitting at 12, 13, they hit it at 9. And this is because they linked it to, something in our pineal gland that is also regulating not only sleep and wakefulness, but also our development of our reproductive organs. So these are all interconnected. So I also encourage, the parents. I know it will be difficult, but it will give them a lot of health benefits and life benefits for them to sleep before 10 and to recharge their third eye, and at the same time, like, to be off the gadgets, not so much in the gadgets. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Please let me know how you will do it. I also would like to learn. Okay, so let's so that's it. There are questions here. Bert says, so ma'am, sideways refers to the back. Usually, yes, Bert. Sideways, because it's usually past present, and this is the back chakra, back head chakra. Where is your school center for personal consultation? Where will I go? Where do I get an appointment with you? Oh, hello, Petrona. Yes, I think you messaged me. The school is in Taguig. The school is in Taguig, and I do the classes online now because the center is now being used by my family to live in. So after my mother passed away just recently, like, we couldn't stay in our unit, which is just in the next building, because we are all grieving, and I wanted us to be together. And so the center is transformed into a temporary abode for the family, and so I don't have so much space for doing readings or conducting classes in the center at the moment. But in the future, you can. It's in Taguig, in Rosewood Point, Taguig. But we do our classes online, and also you can do the consultations online. Okay? And Tony, paano mo pa-schedule ng personal consultation sa'yo? Yes. So, as I mentioned earlier, that my booking form is asking, suddenly wanted me to upgrade to, I think, $200 from $40. It wanted me to upgrade to $200. So I'm just trying to figure out things first, and then I will post here when it's ready. When it's ready, the booking form again. It just happened last night for some reason. Okay, so I hope for those who are find themselves projective now know more how to balance their selves. So just to give you a preview of how this works, our brain, the function of our third eye, and even the function of our brain is basically really influenced by the kind of wave or frequency our brain is subjected to, or it also goes to a certain frequency. So if you see the normal frequency when you do wakefulness state is the beta. And when you go to high beta, this is the high performance state. The high beta is usually the state you go into when you're trying to do sports, do running, to be really concentrated in doing something. That's the beta. So there's the mid beta and the low beta. Usually that is when you're scrolling. That's the low beta. So the mid beta is we're performing a certain task. So that's the state that we are in. And so if you want to use your, when you are trying to analyze your, do crunching the numbers, reading something and trying to analyze something, that's also part of the beta mind. Okay, beta brainwave. So when you start meditating, you start breathing, you suddenly shift gears towards the alpha. That's the alpha state. The alpha state is where you the sleep between this is the state of sleeping. The alpha is state of sleeping. But when you want to become receptive, you want to not sleep and be in the alpha state. So this is what you call the in between wakefulness and sleeping. You're awake, but you are as if you're sleeping. Your mind is silent, you are breathing, everything is in the background, and you're just there as consciousness. Now, if you want now to receive information, so the alpha state is the beginning state for you to open up yourself to receiving information. It's just the beginning. There are higher states like the theta state is when you open up and start receiving information. That's the theta state. Like suddenly, like you get it's like opening up into a highway of information. That's the theta state. And when you go towards the delta, the deep unconscious, or gamma, this is what you now become this you enter the state of bliss, or you enter the state of super consciousness. And so this is when you are already you can like do travel, your consciousness can go somewhere, everywhere in the world. This is what you call the transcendental. You transcend your vessel or your body and your energy to be one with the universe. Yeah. So that's the state that you are in. So if you want to become more receptive, then you start shifting your gears. And the key here is just, the first key is the breath, awareness of your body, awareness. And then kind of with that awareness, then your thoughts kind of like become, and if you become silent, but if your thoughts doesn't become silent, just become aware of the thoughts and just become aware of them and let go. And that already helps you switch towards the theta. Yeah. So when you open your heart, then these are the things. The heart opening boosts your receptivity towards the delta, the deep unconscious, and the gamma. Okay, so that's the technique. Okay, so I'm teaching this so that you can, how you can use this amazing gear within your brain called the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. Yeah. So now for those who are very receptive, and receptiveness is also good if you want to, if it's not balanced, like you are not doing anything, you feel lightheaded, grounded. I've seen a long time ago, like a lot of people who thought that becoming lighter is the only way to be. And so they end up like becoming, like I'm a yogi, but then, I don't do anything in this world. So I ask other people for money, something like that. So because they can't, they're not grounded. It's not balanced. You're still living in this world. So you need to, you're here not to just fly around in the ethers. You're here to fly around in the ethers, get information, get inspiration, knowing what you came here for, and then you do it here on earth. So you still need to connect from earth, unless if you feel that you're already in a samadhi state, then by all means go and be and stay there. But if you are still here in body, it means that you also need to ground yourself and to do something in your body. You need the projective side, or else nothing will be done. You cannot accomplish anything. So I think this is wrong because it's the same. Let me just look at the slide. Yeah, this is wrong. Let me just so let me just, the slide is wrong. So let me just go to the original slide. But we can while we are doing that, I can already know say that number one is exercise. So when you're very when you are very let's just say like very ungrounded, and you feel that you are not accomplishing anything, becoming connected to your body, doing exercise there can help you. Already by doing exercise, you can help you become already grounded to your body. So let me share there you go. Yeah, so it's exercise, grains of the earth. Yeah, when I was there was a time where I did an 8-month keto regime, keto thing on myself, because I wanted to change my morphology. It wasn't healthy, but I did lose 40 pounds, from 40 kilos from that keto program of 8 months. But then I started becoming sick. I started becoming like, I feel like lack of energy, and there's just a lot of symptoms that started happening. So I went to Sagada at that time, and I meditated and asked the mountains and the spirits there, like, what should I do? And then the spirits of the mountain, a very big spirit of the mountain, told me, like, you see, you're spending a lot of energy when you're doing readings, and so you can't not eat grains of the earth. The grains of the earth will give you the energy that you need, and also the connection to the earth, so you continually be connected and charge, get energy from the earth. So the grains of the earth is very good when, for example, you are feeling ungrounded. When I say grains, hopefully these are grains that are real food, that's not processed, because there's a lot of processed corn and processed grains right now. It's good to have to eat grains, to not, you might say, oh, but this bread is wheat, so maybe that's better. No, it's better to eat like rice, for example, or lentils, which are grains of the earth, would help you balance. These are healthy ways for you to balance your being ungrounded to something that grounded. And also connecting to earth. There's the earthing, walking barefoot, or just being with earth helps you become more grounded also. And this time you focus to pull energy more to the feet. Yeah, so to balance your energy, if you're just too lightheaded and you can't focus, when you're not able to focus, it just means that your mid-brow is really not functioning very well, and most probably your forehead chakra is hyperactive. Forehead chakra is good when you are doing a reading, yeah, but when you are trying to perform tasks on this earth, no, it's not good. So if you continually be that's why it's very good to have a space and time for yourself to read and not be open all the time. That's what I do. Like when I am on this earth interacting with people, I'm just average, then I cannot say it's normal, but an average person, because I close everything. I tame my hyperactive hyperactive pineal gland to something that is manageable for me, so I can and I focus more on my like on my root chakra, so I can accomplish something. So doing physical activities help you a lot. Doing like when I do yoga, when I walk with my dog, when I eat the grains of the earth, these are the things that helps me go back to my body, and it tames my tapers my hyperactive third eye, because having a hyperactive um, forehead chakra is not actually really good. Imagine like and people think like, oh, I really want to have a hyperactive third eye. It's not very pleasant to live in this world with a hyperactive third eye. Why? Of hyperactive forehead chakra. Why? Is because you see also things that are not you see the good and the bad, the not good. And I'm sure there are people who also, like, for some reason have their hyperactive third eye, and you would see that their life isn't balanced. Yeah, you're always, when I was young and when I was a teenager, I would see different things, and it messes me up. It messed my social life as a teenager, because I couldn't focus on a conversation. I keep seeing other things. Yeah, and they get a vibe from me that I'm weird. So I've learned that it is really, if you have that, if you're one of those people with a hyperactive like forehead chakra, that to balance them actually will help you have a happier, integrated, and more like a meaningful life. You don't close this, you just manage it. And for those who are more here, you just activate this more so you can be balanced. So that's the point that I want to drive at in balancing these things. Okay, so yeah, so I want to just share this gamma state, the one which is the highest, which is also the rarest frequency of the brain. When we are in the peak of perception, we're in a transidated state, in expanded levels of consciousness. And this is our and I'm bringing this up because there are people who are now into plant medicines. So when you do this plant medicines, it's a high probability, or those who do transcendental meditation, there is a high, and those who are kind of like channeling different things from wherever, usually these are gamma states of the brain. Yeah, and it is for you to reach that point, it's some only rare, a number of people can be in that state of awareness. Okay, so why do you think these things are very important? So this I will not show anymore. Okay, so now you know how to balance your third eye. Yeah, how then can you use this towards your benefit? Yeah. So I will give you some examples. For example, in your career, career is usually a projective kind of energy, where you are asked to perform, and you're asked to project. Project means to give results and to give outcomes. Yeah. And so when you are in a projective mode all the time, and there is a big chance that there are other information that you need to consider will be missed out. And that's the reason why when you do forecasting, I was in sales before, so when you do forecasting, you will wonder, like, why didn't I achieve this forecast? It's supposed to go there, because we haven't foreseen all other information, because of here you have not taken into account the information that can be gathered here. So before you do your forecasting before you do anything, to perform or to get results. Start activating first this one. Yeah, start activating this because you're going towards a projective task. It is good to have a time for you to be receptive, gather all information, and then when you feel that it's that your body now wants to move, that is the signal. Our body is really very intelligent. So that's what I do. Like when I do some form of meditation, I wait until my body says, okay, it's time to move, then I move. Yeah, but like taking a pause will give you a lot of insights, a lot of information beyond what you can usually understand. And the pineal gland is a very good integrator of information. So it's not just like getting information, but it integrates. So the more that you take time to activate and at least focus on the pineal gland, it will help you gather the information that you need. And for some, you might even get like some form of images that will tell you and give you more information. Yeah. So for me, like when I do an event, for example, when I do a retreat, and before I even kind of plan something, I sit down and I would receive information, how it even looks like, how it fare, and that gives me the chance to know what to do and what to accomplish. So for those who are trying to use the third eye in their career, this is a very good way. For those like Pia who wants to do to be more creative, yeah. So creativity is not just about the third eye. So creativity also is connected to the sacral chakra, yeah, and the throat chakra. So which means the creative impulse is more coming from your connection with your sexuality, your creative center, which is the sacral chakra. That is where you spend time to purify and to energize. And once that and the next would be purifying your throat, your throat center, so that this will become a clear expression. So the third eye's function in this creativity is to be able to give you insights as to how you will do it, how it most probably be like, and the will to kind of decide on certain paths and certain things in terms of the creative direction you want to go. So that's where the third eye would be affecting your creativity. For those who are spiritual, then you need to balance. But as you go in towards, of course, when you're doing spirituality, the usual route is to increase your receptivity. Yeah, receptivity. Why? Because when you get information, there are different sources of information, and you want to be spiritual, you want to receive information from higher realms, which is not available in wherever you are at the moment. So around you, laterally and below, the information here is already what you already know, yeah, or what you know to live your life. But because you want to have a spiritual life and you want to be more receptive for that information, so building up your receptivity, if you want to ascend spiritually, is to always be like making your system more receptive to these kinds of information, because they're finer vibration, higher vibration. So receptivity. If you want to perform, it's the other way around. Instead of you still in balance, but you also develop your projectivity more. Now, there is a way where you kind of like check and balance, in the sense that, for example, when you're spiritual, you want to develop your receptivity more, but also you have to consider, to balance it with your projective, your mid-brow, to balance that, so that you can also pull your mid-brow upwards, like you pull your whole being. There's no dichotomy between you going up and then, but then when I arrive back here on earth, I don't know what to do. So you have to check, like, I'm going towards receptive. Oh, wait a minute, I need to exercise so I can also develop my projective a little bit, and then I go focus now to my receptive. Yeah, it's the same way with those who are more wants to improve their lives in terms of like projecting, manifesting, projecting, and blah blah. So as you develop your broad chakra, it gives you a lot of focus. It gives you like that's sharpness of focus. Yeah, and that's, in my experience, that's what it is. It's like, this is the how it looks like when this broad chakra is developed and activated. Like, you can work, and like you don't even if there's an earthquake, even if there's happening around you, you're so focused that your awareness is just there. Yeah, but which is good. It helps you perform. It helps you accomplish your task. But as I said, because of this focus, you lose your peripheral awareness. You lose your awareness from all other directions, which also contains information that is vital for you and your well-being. So you have to balance it by pausing, meditating, breathing, and receiving, information. Then you continue doing things. Okay? Yeah. So any questions on that? Is there anybody? Okay, let me see. You answered with career. For business, yeah. So I will now explain how you can get, because I'm sure like a lot of people would be asking about, like, how can I know that what am I, like, where I'm heading, using the third eye, know kind of like, how do I use my third eye to know where I'm going, or to see my path. Yeah. So the third eye is actually a combination of dark and light. If you look at it clairvoyantly, there's gold and there's dark purple. Yeah, it's dark but also it is very sensitive to light and very sensitive to darkness. So when you open your eyes and your eyes gets light, it signals your pineal gland already, like, okay, it's time to activate the broad chakra. When you close your eyes, for example, and there is no more light, so now there's no more light, the pineal gland suddenly says, okay, there's no more light, now it's time for the forehead chakra to activate. Yeah, to be more receptive. And when you are sleeping, for example, it's not just receptive about the external world. It becomes this eye here turns inwards, and to see scanning whatever is happening within your system. Yeah, so that's when you're sleeping. And but we have lost, majority of the people, especially the Western world, have lost is losing their third eye function, and this is the reason why. The calcification of the pineal gland. So our pineal gland is actually consists of small, I think it is microcalcite crystals, very, very, very small, nano microcrystals inside. And when light comes in, then it kind of vibrates. So imagine if you do a a spiritual activity, and majority of the yoga, some of the yoga schools kind of knows how to kind of bring energy to the third eye, and this activates and kind of vibrates a lot. That once that it gets vibrated, it activates a different it shifts your brainwave to the next level, to the alpha, to the delta, to the upwards. And the more high your brainwave gets, and so there is this effect where you go into some form of super consciousness, and the effects on that is not only about business, career. Super consciousness means you become very aware of, like, oh, this is the meaning of life, this is my purpose, this is that. You get a sense of a peak. These are usually, like, for some people, a few seconds state where you get a peak of making sense of, like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. I get what it is. Before, I don't know about this. Now I get it. It's something like that. But at the same time, what happens internally is more. It suddenly helps your body repair, because as you go into this state, there is an outpouring of energy from above towards your body, and this energy somehow regenerates yourself. So there is a healing effect in all parts of your body. So that's one of the most important, I feel, function of the third eye in its super state. The third eye heals. The third eye can heal you in any way, shape, or form, in any mind, body, energy, whatever that's needed within your body. You have suddenly the capacity to heal yourself and your life. And in this super consciousness state of your third eye, you suddenly use the broad chakra to direct this consciousness and energy to any person, any relationship, anything in your life, may it be your business or your career, to direct your awareness there or energy there. Then not only will you be able to get information or insights from that, but also you get able to affect it. I assure you, you're able to affect it in a level, because you are in the super consciousness position. You are already aligned with your creative power, the highest creative power, not the creative power what I'm mentioning earlier, but more of the super creative power where you can change your reality. So that's the highest way of potential of a man using their third eye. It's not being psychic. It's not being Nostradamus, of knowing the future, when it doesn't benefit Nostradamus, because when he's gone, he doesn't live with the future. But we are there. So how it benefits you is when you go to the super consciousness state, and you can direct, if this is not hijacked, meaning this is usually hijacked. Our broad chakras are hijacked by our addictions, mostly because of our addictions. Are hijacked by media, hijacked by some other things in this world. And when we don't become accountable and responsible for the things that we do in our lives, we handed our third eye to them, our capacity to direct or manifest or create, to those who know or those who do things for them. For example, with the AI, for example, like when we lose our ability to think or to direct energy, and we just hand over our capacity, our willpower to others in exchange for convenience, then the game's over. You will just be subjected to whatever is available. But if you develop this yourself, then we can rise above this. We can rise above what is happening in this world. You know what Einstein said? That we cannot solve the problem with the kind of mind that we put ourselves into it, having that problem. You have to go beyond. And so the third eye is something that will help us go beyond to find solutions for our lives and for ourselves. And yeah, so that I couldn't say more. But the problem is we have calcified pineal glands. And luckily for the Philippines, like we weren't subjected to aluminum, to milk being pasteurized in aluminum cans. And so we have less of this as a children. Yeah, but this is prevalent in Europe and in other countries. And that's the reason why it's harder for them, like to decalcify or to use their pineal gland. Why? That's the reason why it's a little bit challenging for them, that they need the plant medicines to reactivate it. For us, the Filipinos, we're subjected to fluoride. So fluoride is one of those things and heavy metals that calcifies the pineal gland. Why do you think we get calcified? Why is it calcified? Why? How is it able to be? How is our pineal gland being calcified? Because our pineal gland is rich with the vascular system, and it bypasses the blood-brain barrier. So anything that we take in, anything that we take in, it goes kind of like it's subjected to the pineal gland. And since the pineal gland has these crystals, then all of these metals, they kind of like accumulate there, and therefore it gets calcified. Yeah. Hello, Jod from UK. Yes, hello. We need the psychic hacks to better traverse this life journey. That's what Bert. Yeah, psychic hacks. What does it mean, Bert? What do you mean by psychic hacks? Okay, so that's the problem. The problem is whatever you're projective or receptive, like if your pineal gland is decalcified, like, yeah, it's a little bit more challenging. Yeah. I will not explain this anymore. And when you have calcification of your pineal gland, like what happens to your brain waves? It's harder for you to shift gears. So imagine a car, and the gears are stuck. So that is the pineal gland is the gear. And so you are not that's the reason why, like, if you look at people, who have let's just say hijacked mid-brow. The typical example of a hijacked mid-brow is somebody who's addicted to scrolling. That addiction, and or addiction to something. It means that their will to go beyond that, even if they don't want to do it, automatically they do it because it's somebody else or something else is making you do it, and so that it's like a quote unquote, it's like a possession, but it's more of like a hijacking of the will. And the hijacking, when the person is addicted to something and you take away the stuff of addiction, what happens? They become angry, irritated, annoyed, headache, whatever. And because your brain suddenly lacks this, what you call coherence, that it doesn't act harmoniously anymore. Yeah, because you're calcified, your hijack, your brow chakra is hijacked. And that's the reason why there are a lot of mental states right now that majority of our brethren, human race, is in depression, anxiety, paranoia, and a lot of things. Like earlier today, I was walking my dog, and I saw a woman like talking to a plant, and I said, like, wow, this is the kind of people that we want to have, people talking to plants. But then she looked at me, and then I suddenly realized, like, okay, she wasn't coherent. So that's how when a person is crazy per se, not the brain is not coherent as compared to somebody who's just really very psychic, talking to plants and all. Because once you lose your once that you are imbalanced, yeah, then that is the problem. The lack of coherence of your brain makes people fear you. because you are not now connected here. So as again, the balance is very important when you develop your third eye, your spirituality. When you use your third eye, it's not just about always being psychic, 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 psychic. I mean, there are people who are meant to be psychic, but everybody is psychic anyway. What is more important is that you integrate this psychicness into something that is useful in your life, which is into your career and all these things. Sino yan? Okay, so let's go to the last few slides before we go. Is to take, let's pause now and take a breath. And let's pause and take let's breathe together, and we will now test your third eye. So I will lead you into some form of meditation, a short one. So what you can do now is maybe we will pause for a few minutes break, like 1 or 2 minutes, just for you to get, after everything that you've kind of heard from me today. I'm sure it is a lot. We need to integrate our pineal gland and to be ready for our pineal gland to be receptive, because we will do a psychic test for ourselves to test our receptivity and to test our also projectivity. So I will give you I will play the what do you call this, before we take this test. I will play the Shop Soulfully ad, and then we will go to our testing our third eye by taking a breath. You can pee, just take care of your body first, and then we come back here and we will do this psychic test together. And we're back. Thank you for staying. So we will test it's time to do a short meditation in terms of activating our third eye. Yeah. And then what we will do is I have wait, there's I'm just trying to go to the port, the testing. I couldn't find it. couldn't find it. Just a minute. I couldn't find it. 1, 2. We will, yeah, there you go. So this is we will be testing your third eye. I have a box, a deck of cards called designer cards, which have this images, the circle, the plus, the wave, the square, and the star. Okay, so we will be testing that, but before everything else, kind of we will do a short meditation, so please be ready. If you can hear the music and the background, let me just make it. Yeah, so this, I will play some music. There is a frequency that helps also activate your third eye. Setting up the music for that. So if you can hear the music. There you go. Can you hear the music? Can you let me know if you're hearing the music? Is it too loud or not, or you can hear it? Let me know. No music. Okay, so let me. Yeah, it says audio. Oops. Can you hear it now? Not. How about now? Can you hear the music now? Ron. Okay, there's a little bit music now, so I will just make it there. Again, the first thing that we need to do is awareness. And after awareness of the breath and the body, we will become aware of our third eye. And also, I will guide you through this process. And there will be a time where I will pick a card and I will ask you to be aware more on the back of your head, because we're doing this remotely. Yeah, to be aware of the back of your head, of your pineal gland, and then that's where you receive the image at the back of your head. Okay. So start breathing in and out and becoming aware of your breath. Closing your eyes to signal your pineal gland to be more receptive, to be activated. And as you breathe in and out, especially expanding and contracting your belly, push the energy up towards the head. Becoming relaxed, feeling the muscles of your toes, your feet and ankles. your legs, your buttocks, and your sacrum. Breathing in and out, just observing the breath, not forcing it. Becoming aware now of your chest, the sides of your body, the back, especially the spine, up to the shoulders. And as you breathe in and out, drop your shoulders to the ground to relax even more. Relaxing your arms and hands. Getting ready to go to the alpha state. Becoming aware of your neck. Breathing in and out. Becoming aware of your face and your head, the back of the head. Feeling all together your body now. Now expanding your awareness to the sides of your skin, to your energy body. And if there is any heaviness in your body or energy body, just breathe it out. Expanding to your emotional body, just feeling whatever is there. Expanding towards your psychic body. And now we center our breath to the heart, feeling the center of your chest, the gateway towards your third eye. It's not the forehead, but the heart. Take time to think of anything that makes you feel blessed. Appreciate anything in your life. Remember the people that you love. Remember your meaning and your purpose. These are the things that will help you get in touch with your heart. Gratitude, appreciation, connection, love. And as you breathe in and out through your heart, feel the stirring in your chest. In the center of your being. Remember beautiful, happy, loving moments. Expand this feeling in your heart of love and sweetness and joy. And as you feel this connectedness, the opening of your heart, the strengthening and expansion of your heart, automatically the top of your head also opens. Automatically, the top of your head connects to your divine concept. And you focus your attention to the center of your midbrow. As we start to intend, we start with intention, lovingly suggesting to your midbrow chakra to activate your forehead chakra, your receptivity, by saying, I am activating my forehead chakra to receive information from May, from Mayari, information of the cards that she will be picking for this exercise. I am activating my pineal gland, my receptivity, my forehead chakra, getting information from Mayari, the image and the card she will be picking for this exercise. I am activating my pineal gland, my forehead chakra, my receptivity, so I can receive information from Mayari, the image and the card she will be picking for this exercise. So be it, so be it, and so be it. Release your awareness on the middle brow. And now become aware of your forehead chakra. Becoming aware of the forehead and the middle of the forehead. As you breathe in and out, try to look at the darkness of your physical eyes when your eyes are closed. Breathing in and out, become aware of the skin of your forehead and the darkness that you see. And now we go and sync our awareness to the bone, to the skull of your forehead. Just breathing in and out, becoming still. We're traveling way deep from the bone to the meninges, to the brain, as if you're stepping backward from the forehead, breathing in and out, going back. And now we imagine a spiral vortex turning clockwise, counterclockwise. In this darkness, we imagine that we are riding this counterclockwise vortex that is pulling us towards the back, towards the middle of your brain, towards your pineal gland. Breathing in and out, relaxing, becoming aware of the center of your head. moving your awareness to the very center where the pineal gland is. Your time, there's no rush. You feel sensations around your head as you do this. When you feel certain constrictions, just relax, breathe it out. Travel back to the center of your head. Once that you feel at peace, once that you see light in the darkness, it means that you are there. For a moment, you breathe in and out, being at the center of your head. Now becoming aware of light. Becoming conscious of your breath to usher light more to your pineal gland. In a relaxed state, you become aware of the cone or vortex to the front and the vortex to the back. Stay there in awareness. Now I will shuffle the cards and I will pick now a card. Just become aware of the center of your head, the vortex on the front and the back, and the light. Breathing in and out, increasing light, expanding this light. I'm now sending this vision to you. Transmitting this vision. Just become very aware of the center of your head or any incoming vision at the back of the head. It can also come as some sense of feeling, color. I will continue transmitting this image. And when you get an image in your mind, you can type it down, type it here. Do not interpret or second guess. Type as how you received it. Don't interpret or second guess. Just type on how you receive it. Just type as you receive it. Can be different things, not just one, and it's okay. Let it go. Let it. We just receive. Don't put judgment. And even if you've typed there, if you still concentrate on the pineal gland, the center of your head, and if there's still other things to receive, you can still type them too. There's no limit. There's no limit. Just receive. Even if you've answered, you can answer again. It's okay. Everything will be considered. Concentrate, relax, breathe in and out, receive, be aware of the center of your head. Continue becoming aware. It's good that you are getting visions now. It means that your pineal gland is active. Even if you've answered, you can go back to the pineal gland and still receive. You can still receive. Sometimes the first thing that we receive is noise. And so we just go back there to see if it's persistent, this image. That's very good. For those who are not yet able to put their answer, you can do now. Anything that you've gotten. If there's none, it's okay. You can put there, I didn't get anything. So now we will go to our mid-brow. Focus your awareness on the mid-brow. And we will suggest to our pineal gland to normalize. I'm normalizing my pineal gland, my forehead chakra, balancing my receptivity and projectivity. I'm normalizing my pineal gland and pituitary gland, my receptivity and my projectivity. I'm balancing my pineal gland and my pituitary gland, balancing my receptivity and my projectivity. Breathing in and out. Now we go tune to our heart, to your body, and then to your breath. We feel the earth under our feet. Okay, and it's that's very good. We've come to the last part of our live stream. Thank you very much for being with me in this live stream. Now we will see the answers. So Mary Rose says a star, color red, gray clouds. Yeah, as I said, you can still answer. There flowers with green leaves and woman, very graphic. Wella, mountain, blue waves, hope. There's purple circle or purple dot. There's this cross. There's this square. There's this circle or wheel. There is green wavy lines. Felt like water was washing through me. So reddish cherry like blossom flowers. Also very very graphic, Sherwin. Wow. Okay. So I will give first some prizes, and then I will announce the grand prize. And then I will announce who got it right, and I will give a prize, and then I will also give prizes to those that I feel, and then I will announce. I think I have to review everything before I can announce. There is one that will be awarded like a scholarship grant for the intuitive development course that's happening this August, starts August 23. By the way, the August 23 class is also free. So the first topic is intuitive is laws of energy. Let me just show this. So everybody yeah. So this is the intuitive development course. And so there are free classes. We're finished with this, the bridging science and psychism, and you can still get this in the Facebook page, Divine Soul Connector. And we're here, life-changing benefits of your third eye. And so now we will be going to do the first formal class of the intuitive development course, which is knowing the universal laws of energy. This is on August 24, 3 to 7 p.m. This is via Zoom. and it's free. So if you wanna join this is also a very eye-opening class where you will experience, also, you will understand how energy works, because when you are dealing with spiritual or energy, the subtle energy, they follow the different set of rules than the physical energy. So knowing them would help you know how things work and why some techniques work. So for example, you um, the motion of counterclockwise and clockwise, like why this and that. So that's a very good starting point for those who want to understand what you're dealing with when you go into the realm of the energetics. Yeah, so that's gonna be, it's free, so you can join that. I'm just gonna be putting the link here of the link of the class, the link of the whole syllabus here. And there will be public classes, so there will be people also. I will be giving away um, to those people who will subtle, like the dowsing subtle energies. This is about experiencing energy, subtle energy anatomy, energy cleansing, and basic psychic defense. So these are part of the intuitive development class. But you also can like take it as as a workshop for those who are not enrolling in the whole class. Then there will be exclusive classes where you will be learning chakra balancing, psychic. You will senses will be assessed. Which of the psychic senses will be um, is keenest for you, and then I will be teaching different intuitive reading techniques like psychometry, body scanning, space scanning, remote viewing, and more. And then you will be given a learning about the different entities and spirits and do spirit communication, and then you will be given a practicum and graduation rites. Yeah, so if you we have this is the rate for people not Filipinos. The rate is 450 euros, which includes a kit. And for those who are Filipinos, it's just 15,200 for everything, everything. But there's also an early bird rate. It says here until June 23, but I can extend the early bird rate for Filipinos, 12,500 instead of 15,200, for those who will be joining until the end of July. So until the end of July, you can still join for the early bird rate. Yeah, but if you feel you're that if you feel that that's not financially, it's hard for you, there is also the option of staggered payment. Yeah, so you just need to email me a promissory note of how you can, we can divide the payments into until the class is finished. You can divide the payments until the entire duration of the class, so it will not be as financially burdensome if it's a challenge for you. So we can also arrange that, and you can also suggest to me how we can do this financial exchange if you want to really enter the class. Okay, so there's a lot of other techniques and learnings in the intuitive development course, and it is also getting in touch with people who are like you, who are like-minded. That says a lot. It's that in itself, I feel like for John Mac, for Pia, for Mary Rose, I think Wella, I think like they started like some of them don't know each other, but they suddenly became a community in itself. So it pays to have like sisters and brothers who are in the same journey, isn't it? That in itself is already a good like return for you and your life in this path. Yeah. Okay, so I will now announce there's just one person who got it right, and congratulations to you. Yeah, this person is a student already, so I cannot grant the student the intuitive development course because they already undergone the course. But what I can grant is I can give this person a crystal or some specialized crystal that I feel that he or she will need in his path from Shop Soulfully. So what I would just answer first, why do you think some of you didn't get other things? Well, the answer to that is sometimes, like as I said, our minds have like some kind of noise. It takes time to develop some form of space of silence, so you're able to tap. And I feel the mere fact that you are able to get a vision in itself, a proof for yourself that, oh, my third eye is active, because I can already, I have, like, I'm receiving images or vision. It's just that sometimes that these are, first in, first out. So the anything that is already there, when your third eye was closed, and when you open, of course, the first images that was there, the first information that was there beforehand is the first thing that you receive. That's why I told you, like, okay, you're getting it, you get it, but you go back and meditate on the opinion, you meditate more, and until you get like the image that belong to that five, either the star, the circle, and the cross and stuff. So so it's mostly the noise, so mostly the noise. Some of them would be because of some preconceived bias. Biases can also help you kind of make your receptivity not as accurate. And so all of these things you will learn how to do in the intuitive development course, and also as you practice after that. So the intuitive development course is just something that will give you a starter information and a starter springboard for you. But eventually what will help you is your practice. So if you've gone to a course and you haven't done your daily practice, it's as if you've not learned anything. So practice is the one that will really help you go to that point where, like, you get a very clear, undistorted perception of energy. Okay. So, but even if you're not a psychic, this getting clarity and clear information is also very essential in your life as well. And you can use them on different things in your business, in your career, in example, looking at your life and your relationship and recognizing your divine mate or your soulmate, for example. So the developing your third eye will also help you in basically all different aspects of your life, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so I will now award I will not announce what crystal that I will give this person, because I will still try to find in Shop Soulfully what can he benefit from now more based on his life. So congratulations to John Mack, who got the square. This is the So congratulations, you win some cool, awesome stuff crystal from Shop Soulfully. Congratulations, yay. And I would like to also commend all those people who are very active in participating in this live stream. So like, for example, Loy, yes, and Bert, Bert is very active, and also like Petrona, So the three of you wins a workshop from the intuitive development course. So I will just message you. I will need to type this for myself, just a minute, so I can remember. So I I can remember. Okay, I couldn't. To myself. So comment, private chat to myself. So it's Patrona, Bert, and who was the third one? Loy. Yeah, and Loy. Yeah. And you win one of the public classes in the Intuitive Development course. Looking at it, yeah. So it's either you will be receiving a free pass on either the subtle anatomy, the dowsing subtle energies, the energy cleansing, or psychic defense. So one of them will be receiving. I will just need to chat with you. Please message me or shop soulfully. Congratulations. Ay, done ka na po sa Intuitive, ma'am. Okay. Sino ka, Loy? Sa Intuitive Development. Baka hindi ko alam yung ano mo. I don't recognize. What's your real name? Yeah. So, sige. So, saan ka are you done with Intuitive? I don't remember. Si Jmar. Ikaw naman talaga, Jmar. Ikaw pala yan eh. So, Jmar. So, Crystal ka na lang. Jmar. Then, I will award Ron instead in place of you. So, Ron, congratulations as well. You win one of the public classes in the Intuitive Development course. Congratulations. Yes. Okay. So, I will give you also a crystal. And also, I will also, and yeah, also, I will just message everybody here for those, I will review this chat and will give you a message. I will message you if you receive something from me, most probably a crystal or a class. And especially those who have been like Micah and Nugget and Pia. Let's see. I will message you as inspiration strikes. Yes. And the Intuitive Development course, I will also message the lucky person. At the moment, I also still have to review because the one who won is already a person who graduated from the class. So I will review this and I will just message you. Like the last time in the last live stream, I messaged the person who got the Intuitive Development class scholarship. Yes. Thank you so much for being with me. Are there questions? If you have like some questions, is there anything that you've learned? If, for example, your third eye is activated and balanced and it's used, my question to you is, where will you be using it? Where will you be using your ability to see, your ability to transcend this reality, your ability to have a healthier life? Na late ka, Binsoy. Vance, okay. It's okay, Vance, because you're already part of the course. So everybody with the next class for free will be in Zoom, October 24, 3 to 7 p.m. for those who are interested to really understand the Intuitive Development process and what you're working with. So what I want to probably leave with everyone today in terms of my final message about like the life-changing benefits of your third eye is this. The reality is seen through the inner eye, and everything else are shadows and reflections of this truth. That's what I want to leave everybody. The ability to perceive our life is majorly dependent not only on our physical eyes, but our perception of our inner eye, of the reality that is transcendent of the physical matter. And so everything else somehow are just reflections. There are just so things that becomes obstacles are just shadows or contrasts, and the things that are light are more reflections of our true nature. So in essence, unconsciously, our true reality is seen through the inner eye, not by our physical eye. And once that you are able to get in contact with the potential and the capacity of the third eye and use it in your everyday life, it will not only benefit your spiritual life, but also everything that you do, your relationships, your career, your business, and everything that you get into or majorly in your life. So I hope I was able to help everyone here and get a little bit of insight, a preview of the bigger reality that we're all in. Yeah. So this is just a nick of what is really out there and beyond. And like the six blind men, this can be just one part of the elephant. I'm sure there must be other parts of the elephant. And I'm waiting for others, and I want to encourage others to see and explore with me the other parts of the elephant. With that, I give my thanks to everybody who joined here, inviting you again to the Intuitive Development course on August 24, starting 24th of August, 3 to 7 p.m. And how many sessions after that? Petrona says, thank you, Ms. Ao. I'm preparing myself to improve my intuition for helping others to understand themselves and improve their relationship with others and to our creators. My mission is build community. That's very beautiful, Ms. Petrona. Yes, and I salute you and I support you in that, in helping you. The intuition will help you understand. It's being a connector and a community builder is quite a challenge because there are different personalities from different frames of mindset. And improving your intuition can help you be guided, as well as improving the heart can help also harmonize that guidance. So thank you so much to everybody who joined and who stayed with me. Thank you. Good night. Have a happy Sunday and stay safe. Everyone, you are loved. I loved you. And we are all loved by the Creator, and we are all one. Thank you. Good night. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.
There is no force that can break the sound of unity.